Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Yana Sibinska, in the month of September 2021. And today we'll be focusing on energies of healing, transformation, transmutation, because today we're also being reminded what happened 20 years ago in New York. And slowly but surely we need to bring all these injustices and all these heinous crimes from the from the negative ones, those negative aliens and the deep state, the MIC and the three letters agency, all needs to come to the light. And just know that the 20 years ago, the Nasara Jasara was supposed to be announced, the free flow of money, people living in peace and abundance and prosperity and happiness. And you know what happened, right? 20 years ago, and two buildings falling down, which was pre-planned, premeditated. It was pretty much... it was done on purpose to delay the ascension, right? To hijack the timeline of ascension, to instigate more fear in humanity so they can be controlled and manipulated. And all these falseness, all these false stories about what happened, right? And creating movies, Hollywood, and investing all this money on this falsity, deceptions, and so on, instead of seeing it for what it is. And there are so many actually people disclosing all that, and we really need to expose all the corruption, the wrongdoings in the entire infrastructure. It's time. It's just we're not allowing those kind of things to be happening anymore. Enough is enough. Their time is over. I talk about the negative aliens, right? The deep state, the cabal, the three letters agency, the MIC, the military extraterrestrial industrial complex as well. And then you have the negative fleet of the secret space program. And we usually I mention the Orion group, the Grace, okay, who were trading technology with the people in government, politicians, military. That was the treaty back in 1950s with the president at that time, Dwight Eisenhower. And the abduction was allowed, that the negative ones were allowed to do all kinds of horrible experimentations in those underground military bases, in those tunnels. And they had all kinds of laboratories, mixing parasites and really unknown substances, unknown to this planet, Mother Earth, goddess Gaia, right? Because they had their stations, their colonies in the moon, on the Mars. Anyway, this is exopolitics. As me, I talk about multidimensionally. I talk also about esoterica, mystica. For me, it's time to connect with God, to source. I do it through teachings of yoga, meditation, breath work, being your heart center. And of course today I'll be mentioning Invocation of the Violet Flame, Saint Germain, how this will heal us, or I believe in the power of the violet flame, and there is also science behind this, so we'll mention that as well. It's time to really center ourselves, go into our hearts, be simple, be humble, going back to basics, be in those energies of forgiveness, which is also the power of the violet flame, just forgiving. Even Yeshua, right? People know him as Jesus, was talking about the power of forgiveness, lots of prayers, meditations. So I'm sure we'll do another ceremony where we'll be invoking the violet flame. We need to exit the false matrix, the matrix of the archons, right? The computer simulations of those negative ones, the negative aliens, the Orion group, the negative Dracos and Reptilian, the hybrid Anunnaki, right? Anunnakis, the Nephilims, and the Belal sons, the group back there when the ancient Egypt was infiltrated, right? We talk about the covenant, the Luciferian covenant, and the infiltration of Sumeria and Egyptian timelines, where our history, being as evolved souls, the history of highly civilizations being destroyed to the ground. And so we need to resurrect all these energies because the perpetrators and with their infiltrations and with their highly advanced technology that are damaging this planet, they're damaging the mind and heart of humanity. We are bringing end to this. Okay, and of course I'll be again going to my credo preamble for the New Earth jurisdiction, the way I see it, perceive it, because we need to bring the divine justice online, the social justice, and of course we need to implement the Galactic Codex, because the Galactics are here, the Pleiadians, they're like millions of ships in the air helping us. So we have to tune to those energies, right? Raising our frequency vibration, invoking the violet flame, walking in those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude, and being compassionate with everything that happened. That's the 5D protocol, right? People from the inner earth, their family helping us as well. There's the portal underneath Mount Shasta, California. So, and of course, we have the other ascended masters and being, and the benevolent ETs, extraterrestrials, helping us with liberation of this planet, with the ascension transition, as we are heading to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2, where everything is about soul connection, consciousness expansion, living in peace, harmony, unity, Christos Sophia, consciousness, free energy technology, right? Tesla technology, the Tesla towers or the domes and so on. We need to resurrect our true divine history. We need to resurrect our DNA. We need to resurrect our crystal heart, and we need to also, of course, resurrect our powerful mind from Atlantis. Okay, so welcome. My YouTube channel is Yana Sebinska. My website is yanakalai.com. My email address is kaliana82@gmail.com. My videos are for educational, entertainment, inspirational purposes. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, giving information the way I interpret it through my soul signature, energy signature. How you guys then interpret what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality, and what you do with it is your responsibility. As we are very powerful co-creators with the divine, we're watching our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, our deeds and actions, right? That's why very important to transmute the ego mind that attaches us or connects us to that false matrix, and that's how we are controlled, manipulated, and that's how we have this low frequency vibration, low state of consciousness, right? We are staying in anxiety, depression, and illusion, right? We need to get out of that. Very important. And just being in your heart, very important. Be aware of your breath, be in the present moment. Very important to go to nature, be on the sun, connect to the crystalline core of mother earth, right? That's the Merkaba. That's the let me see, that's our spiritual vehicle. That's the tetrahedron, 2 triangles interwoven together and forming the Merkaba, and that's part of our light body, our ascension body. That's how we can go to those higher levels of awareness. Remember, I talk about the column of light shining bright while we transmute the negativity, right, into the pure light awareness consciousness, and then we can connect the union with the divine yoga. We connect to our higher self, our Christ itself, and of course there are other dimensions we exist as we are multidimensional. We have our avatar self and beloved mighty I am presence. We are the sacred geometry. We are the living light. We are the light of the world. So very important, right? Staying in your heart, and the power of love is very important. Not the love for power, but the power of love. That's how we are making the change, right? As we are the change makers, that's how we conquer all our fear and will be able to face all the heinous crimes, exposing the corruption, right? Will be able to then transition, loving ourselves and really helping each other, having just beautiful, loving relationships, knowing how to communicate, right? As far as the healing, I also talk about the science and the healing properties of listening solfeggio tones, healing music, working with colors, and that's kind of going to be the way to go. We need to resurrect our true divine essence. I mean, we need to remember who we truly are, so then we can live in peace and perfection, right? That's God's perfection, and join our galactic star family. Yeah, that's why we are joining the star nations, and I'm on the galactic interstellar mission, planetary mission, helping with the liberation, working with the galactic command, Arsha command, and liberating the planet from those dark forces. So let's quickly go over my credo, and because it's a process, kind of bringing those energies online, working with those energies, exiting the old jurisdiction, the 3D jurisdiction that has been corrupted by the deep state, and those who are promoting or they're practicing Satanism and Luciferism and so on. So, very important to also do affirmations. When I read my credo, it just reminds me I'm a freeborn spirit, and I'm the creator of my destiny and my reality. That's why it's very important to be accountable and responsible for our thoughts, what we're emitting, right? Like I said, we're very powerful emitters and transmitters of energy. I consciously participated in co-creating a new Earth government with its 5D jurisdiction under God, the law of one. So with this old jurisdiction, or when people are filing all these lawsuits, you have to understand one thing, that the jurisdiction, the entire system has been hijacked, and people are considered as dead entities or straw man or lost soul at the sea under the maritime law. Okay, so knowledge is also very important. That's why I do some research. Okay, and I was advising people to go on the states.americanstatenationals.org, fill out those documents and become American national. And that way, with all these mandates, what's going on and this going on, right? And especially in the military. So you talk about military, you talk about the negative aliens, and then so that's why they need to connect the white hats, right? They have to connect with the light alliance that connect to the Galactic Federation, bringing the Galactic Codex online, and start also learning about the universal laws and understanding energies, because we're 99.9% energy, only 0.1% matter. Okay, so exiting the matrix, it means exiting their anti-life jurisdiction. Very important, and there are steps that we need to take, and this is what I am doing. Okay, writing this credo, the preamble for the New Earth jurisdiction. So remember that we're considered a dead entity that was created by the U.S. corporations, right? When you're born, you get that birth certificate, and then you get the social security number. So you're nothing but a property of the cabal, right? Of the the elite, okay, of the negative fleet. So we need to exit that. Remember that we are a being of divine light, right? I'm a living woman with heart and soul under the land and soil lawful jurisdiction of the original constitution of 1776, right? Thank you, Saint Germain. He also participated, Comte de Saint Germain, he participated on foundation of this republic, right? With 13 colonies, Republic of America, right? He was the one who was directing our forefathers to sign the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. So we need to go back to that timeline and resurrect all these energies and bring ourselves to also our future selves, our infinite selves, because the galactics are here helping us. We just have to remember that. That's why it's important to activate our DNA, transform that carbon-based DNA into crystalline DNA, our ET DNA. Is please join us tomorrow, Sunday meditation with Saint Walter. We already built the momentum. We've been doing it for more than 5.5 years. The Unity meditation, the Christed life. Okay, so repetition, building the momentum, right? Chanting mantras, japa meditation, very important. It's like your lifestyle, remembering who you truly are and loving yourself, forgiving yourself. You can heal yourself so then you can be of service. And very important to exit, the jurisdiction of the Service Corporation with its anti-life draconian jurisdiction. Under the natural laws, every man and woman are created equal by the Creator and endowed with certain inalienable rights for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm American. I'm not a property of the Crown of England or the U.S. federal government, governed by the private corporate legislature dictated by the elite of the Swiss banking cartel, the Davos Group, and the Black nobility mafia family in the Vatican and London. I'm the authority. I'm God's sovereign free. The only contract that I and my soul have is the contract with the infinite Creator under the cosmic sovereign law of unity. Universal laws were implemented upon the surface of this planet in the fall of 2012 by the light forces and the Galactic Federation that are assisting with the planetary liberation and transition to the higher realm, the fifth dimension. Universal laws supersede the 3D jurisdiction that has been distorted and twisted by the upper echelons of the shadow government with their Luciferian agenda. Thus, since 2012, the off-world elite of the Dark Fleet and their minions, the Cabal, the Deep State, the shadow government, and the Illuminati must comply with and respect universal laws under which all living beings fall. And that's why they'll be facing now on their own. They'll be facing the jurisdiction. They'll be facing their evilness. They'll face all the consequences of their actions. It is time, time for them. And of course, some of them, they're zealous. They're not doing it. They're fighting till the end. It is what it is. I showed you guys several times this book, The Light Shall Set You Free, by Dr. Norma Milanovic. She was she's teaching those universal laws. And, of course, I also study material from Lisa Renee. And on Ascension Glossary, you can Google universal laws, natural laws, and there you can read those 13 natural laws, universal laws. That's Lisa Renee is how she's teaching, because her information was downloaded, or how she was how it was given to her from that her crystal star family, galactic family. The guardians not only of this planet but of this galaxy. So time to educate ourselves as well. Stop being ignorant. That ignorance is not going to help anybody anymore. Things are surfacing anyway, and shoving things under the carpet is not helping. Is not going to help anybody. Not looking at the skeletons in the closet, not really acknowledging our shadow. This is not going to help anybody. We need to start feel our power, right? That's why I talk about bring that soul essence online, cleanse your aura energy field, purify your body, superfood, distilled water, even fasting will help you. So the power of your soul, right, in your heart, that's what will make this world go around again. Make that shift, make that transition, and start enjoying our lives, joining the galactic society, and live multidimensionally with the entire cosmos, remembering who we truly are, angelic, divine, luminous beings. And also very important to rediscover, remember our gifts and talents, and that's how we then help each other and make this world a better place. So universal laws override the current third-dimensional jurisdiction system with its legislature, rules, and codes. The dark forces, the negative aliens with their black sun corporations, have been ignoring, disrespecting the natural laws for a very long time. And to such an extent that now their jurisdiction on this planet is null and void. Their abuse of power and authority in commerce, religion, science, medicine, technology, entertainment industry, academia, and politics, with its on and off-world military branches with highly advanced technologies, from Zetas, right, from the Dracos, from the Orion group, and so on, for cloning and doing all kinds of horrible genetic experimentations, has become horrendously unfathomable, and of course soul scalping as well. And they will be prosecuted for all the heinous crimes according to the divine plan by the prime creator, doing all this stuff in that astral plane, right, so-called invisible, but those who are the star seeds and right, the galactics, the ground crew, we're the indigo warriors, and empath sensitives, highly evolved souls. We perceive those things, right? Very important to open your third eye as well, or slowly but surely, yeah, bring your kundalini, life force energy, right, bring it again up, right, to your third eye, and open your extrasensory perceptions, decalcify your pineal gland, so you start comprehending and understanding things more and more. And so we, the beings of light, and the Galactic Federation with its military forces, right, we have the Ashtar Command, the Jupiter Command, the Alpha Delta Space Fleet. I forgot exactly how that is. I apologize if I made a mistake. We are implementing the Galactic Codex. You can find it on my website, yanakalai.com. On planet Earth at this time in space continuum, this Galactic Codex represents the legal basis for all actions of the Confederation in the squadron of this universe. It represents a systemized code of inner ethics of all souls of divine light, or Christed light, or light in Christ. It doesn't matter whether you're Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, Christian. That's our Christ, crystal heart, and liquid plasma light body. Okay, we are the star beings. Okay, we are shining bright. That's what I'm referring to, which reflects their inner truth. It reflects our truth, who we truly are. The Galactic Codex forms an essential part of the New Earth judicial structure that defends the basic rights and liberty of all sentient beings in this universe. And also we talk about Mother Nature, we all talk about the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom as well. Look what they're doing with the earth, or with the crystals, right? We have powerful crystal generators. There are, let's say, like Sedona, in Sedona, Arizona, or in Arkansas. There are huge big deposits of crystals, and now with the gamma rays frequencies are being activated, and we're activating our DNA, and that's why this body is, is rewiring itself, or this recalibration and restructuring. We're restructuring our DNA, right, to this beautiful symmetry, sacred geometry, the crystalline structure in our entire body consciousness. And also, of course, we're activating our light body, the crystal light body, the crystalline light body, plasma light body, right, because the plasma light coming online as well. We're luminous divine beings, and those negative aliens with their negative agenda, because of control, manipulation, right, they wanted to control us, and just pretty much even destroyed our history, hijacking ascension timelines, and destroying our DNA, with all these mandates and all these shots with their negative nanobots technology. So we need to say no to this, right, and exit that false matrix. But there are lots of responsibilities like education, healing, transformation, Invocation of the Violet Flame, very important. And it aims at developing a harmonious and peaceful galactic cosmic society based on truth, integrity, unity, solidarity, and sovereignty. Again, this is kind of my work. It comes through my filters, my perceptions. You guys, you can do whatever you want to do with it and only take what resonates with you. And just leave the rest. Galactic Codex, so we know that's the systemized code of inner ethics of all souls of light. And the section 1, we talk about the section 1 is the law of divine grace. We need to exit this karma wheel, right? We are exiting the Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, and entering the Satya Yuga, the age of peace, enlightenment, harmony, free energy. And because we do have the right for positive experiences, some of us even chose to experience the negativity, but then the cycle is, and the soul wants to return back to God, because that's the natural cycle, that's part of the natural law, that's how it was designed. And again, those negatives, aliens, with their highly advanced technology, they're hijacking all that, right? They're not allowing many powerful souls to heal and to go back to light. And that's why we're implementing the Galactic Codex. So please study that, educate yourself. That would be excellent. Because what this law of grace says, that we have the right for physical and spiritual abundance. We have the right to ascend. So go to the next octave as the entire cosmos universe is ascending. We have the right to reconnect with our soul family, star family, galactic family as well. We have the right for all information. And just remember, all these disinformation, all these lies and deceptions, mainstream media, just name it, everywhere, right? But doing the inner work, connecting with your heart, with your soul, the kingdom of heaven is within you. And that's also where you find all the answers to your questions, within that sacred chamber of your heart, right? The divine spark is within you. You're infinite. You're the light of the world. And we also have the right to be free, for freedom, and experiencing our lives or exploring our consciousness the way we desire, from our heart, from our soul. So being constantly attacked, right? Right now I'm being attacked like crazy. Being, ostracized, and, because they're damaging our light body. They have highly advanced technology. That's why I'm bringing everything to divine justice. Everything that happened to me in the military, right? In MC, whether it was the MIC, MEIC, SSP, DARPA, and everything, exposing the wrongdoings in the military, what is done to those guys, the Marines and the super altered soldiers. This is total abomination. Total abomination. I know that. How do I know that? I have the experience. I know what they do. I know what they do in those astral planes of existence. And I know who they are. Because we're the light shining bright. We're exposing all these wrongdoings. So they thought they're doing all these things secretly, but the light exposes everything. So I just give everything to the high command, the Ashtar command, right? And so and Jupiter command. And so they were able to heal this body, right? Heal my bioneurology, also upgrade me, but mentally, emotionally, repair my light body, right? My astral shield, because I had no protection. They just damaged everything with their psychotronic weapons, scalar weapons, right? They use the black goo, okay? This distortion of the elementals. They distort the plasma energy, and then they're projecting it on you, and of course targeting you with their laser or sonic lasers and the directed energy weapons. Yeah, so they're waging a silent war with us, right? Also the sound waves, right? Using the incorrect frequencies instead of tuning into 432 hertz. They have all 40 all these distortions, and everything is on that base 12, not base 10 mathematics, right? Instead of going to the original tree of life, that's a base 12 mathematics. Again, they even hijacked the sonic frequencies, they hijack the sacred math, they hijack the planetary system, and they hijack the platonic solids, right? And they call themselves octagon, right? So we are resurrecting dodecahedron, okay? The ether, the etheric technology, so we can heal ourselves from all this damage that's been happening for quite some time. So again, we have to bring everything to divine justice, everything to the light. Implementing the Galactic Codex is extremely important. So the Pleiadians, the ETs with highly advanced technology for healing, or the Technion technology medbeds can finally help us. We can connect with them. Raising the frequency vibration, invoking the violet flame, being in our heart, deprogramming ourselves, right? The subconscious mind, we need to rewire the subconscious mind from all this old programming, conditioning, from all these lies and deceptions, from that MK Ultra, from that black magic, witchcrafting, from all that sorcery, right? They're practicing sodomy. They're practicing satanic rituals. They are harvesting adrenochrome, so that blood they get is through torturing children. How many millions of children are missing each year, right? That all needs to be brought to divine justice. Galactic Codex, study universal laws. Please educate yourself. Time to be serious about everything. Things are coming. There's a bifurcation of the timelines. There are all kinds of now riots going on, or it's just coming. Stock up on food. Everybody needs to be careful and responsible. Stay in your heart, stay in your center, meditate, live simply, release all the blockages, do the inner work, healing work, and don't forget to take a deep breath and just relax and just know that all is well. Okay. Then there's this law of dividing parties when there's a conflict, right? You can just kind of read about that a little bit, because the light forces then mediate the conflict and make sure everything is resolved, making sure that there is no harm incurred in both parties, and time to end all these proxy wars instigated or initiated by the cabal, the deep state, the archons, the negative aliens with their negative alien agenda to take control over this planet, the entire solar system, and making humans robots, right? The transhumanism. So then we have the law of balance, right? So it's so important to align with the universal laws, because it's being seen. The tesseract is like a cube, the universal cube time matrix. When there's an imbalance in certain areas on certain quadrant of the universal planet, right? Then the galactics come and it's like, hey, listen, you guys, you had you had your role to play, your dirty part, nasty part, but now, time to accept the Galactic Codex, because your time is up, and you need to align with the cosmic cycle. And so those who wants to do something about it, they accept the Galactic Codex and they want to make the change. They're helping humanity. They need to also heal themselves. They have to acknowledge the consequences of their actions, right? Then of course they'll be forgiven, and then slowly but surely they'll be accepted to that confederation. But those who are not accepting the Galactic Codex, they'll be taken to the great central sun. Their soul essence will be restructured with the electric fire, and their divine spark will begin a new cycle of evolution. And then, of course, we have the law of intervention. So it's a divine intervention. We need to now really rely on that divine intervention. Pray and meditate. We need the help from our galactic family, star family, from the Pleiadians, from the Icturians, from the Sirians, from the Andromedans, from the Antarans. with their highly advanced technology to help us to heal the planet, to heal ourselves, to heal the mind, to heal our emotion, to heal the nature. They have all that. And but only if we give them permission, and if we raise our frequency vibration, so then we can connect and say yes, and we can reunite and do the work together, right? Building communities in unities with ETs, with their highly advanced technology, free energy. So we have to do our part. They have all this technology to clean our water like that, to clean this atmosphere like that, right? They have the technology to they live in crystal cities. They have all the technology. They understand the geomancy, the sacred geometry, they're the ancient builders. They can do it like this in a nanosecond. But of course, but of our universal laws, it's like the divine timing. What is humanity doing? How are humanity releasing that fear? We need to exit that fear-based consciousness that the matrix was causing us. Yeah, the false matrix. And enter our heart. We need to enter our heart and call upon our soul. Cleanse our body so more of that soul essence can come online into every area of our body. Very important. And then, of course, they are dealing with the hostage situation that requires skillful negotiation, tactical approach, right? The Galactic Federation. And what else? They want to assist us in improving living conditions. Hallelujah. And of course, we have the right to call upon them, to call for help. And they have the right to assist us regardless of the local laws. And of course, now the Galactic Federation has the right to implement the Galactic Codex, because this planet has been hijacked, invaded, infiltrated by the negative forces, and the Galactic Codex been violated, or the universal laws being not obeyed by the negative ones, right? With Satanists, Luciferians. So that's why we're implementing the Galactic Codex, and it is a legal basis for the liberation of this occupied planet with military forces. And what they're doing, they're removing and assisting us, the Whiteheads, right, in removal of the representatives of the dark forces so they can set the hostages free. And of course, they're guiding us, they're guiding the process of acceptance of the planet into the Confederation by instructing the local population. And many wars all over the planet and constant abuse of basic human rights have proven that humanity is not capable of handling its own situation. That's why with the Guardians, the Starseeds, the Indigo Warriors, the ground crew, we are here anchoring the light within us that's coming from those higher planes of dimension. We're the column of light shining bright, exposing everything while being the light, right? Exposing all the corruption, the wrongdoings in the entire infrastructure. For me, is the military. Okay, and of course the politics, and I'm sure there are people about education and the medical industry and academia and the entertainment industry, right? The Hollywood. So there's so many wonderful, beautiful souls exposing all that stuff, the corruption, talking about those things, their abuse they incur, especially in Hollywood, some of those actresses. Right? This is all coming online. There are all these documents, all this proof. Take a deep breath, just be in your heart and tighten your seatbelt. It's going to be something, it's going, for us, we've been encountering it. We've known about those things for decades, but, some people still are resisting to look at the darkness, to look at the facts. Yeah, to look at the dark side and the negative aliens, the negative alien agendas, right? What's been happening for decades, not only decades, but thousands of years. So we all need to face it or acknowledge it, heal all that, transform all that, and make this world a better place. Very important. So Guys, so that was the Galactic Codex, the creator for the New Earth jurisdiction. You can find everything on my website, yanakalai.com. And here so many people need this invocation of the violet flame, this healing, transformation, transmutation of the negative energy into the energies of love and light, truth. Okay? And so this magical, wonderful book I have probably for a decade. And again, I start invoking the violet flame very often, and we have those communities where our focus on invocation of the violet flame and chanting and mantras and so on. So let's dive deep into some of the studies and these beautiful stories that people share, how they were healed by the violet flame, their mind, their emotions, and their physical body, right? And everything came clear. Why they became sick, and why they were living such a miserable lives, and also the memories from past lives coming online. Some horrible battles from civil war. Some lady was able to actually heal those wounds from past lives. Just directing that violet flame through those timelines and bring them back, to that 0 point, that universal matrix, just for integration, for consciousness expansion, for evolution. Okay, so it doesn't mean like we have those negative vibes or we have those negative experiences. Yeah, we have to face them, we have to transform, transmute them, but at the same time we're expanding our consciousness, right? We have these pearls of wisdom that we share with others, and that's how we are of service. We know how to help others because we've done it. We face the shadow, we do the shadow work, right? We transform, transmute the negativity, the negative ego. Right? I talk about the positive, the individualization. You have to understand, your personality. Some of us have strong personality. But as long as we are then of service and we are clearing that negativity, some of us are the pioneers, the leaders. Some of us do carry the power, but we're aligned with God's divine will. Not my will, but done be done. And we understand the universal laws, the law of one, very important. We have to embody that. We have to walk in those energies. We have to walk our talk. And we radiate our light far and wide, really bright. So then everything is exposed. And then the shadow can be integrated. So we evolve and grow and ascend. Right? And just feel our expansiveness, our power, our multidimensionality, our healing power as well. So this is all good. This is for our the greatest and highest good. This is all divine. That's how it was designed here in this duality, polarity world. But again, the negative ones even hijack the duality. They polarize everything in that negative structure. That's why implementing the Galactic Codex is the key. We have the help from the stars. We have the help from the inner earth. In those higher etheric or astral planes of existence. We just have to tune to those energies, right? Resurrect the energies of our third eye as well. And clear our pineal gland, right? That's our super quantum technology, the crystal technology that connects us to those cosmic energies. Right? I also talk about the 9th chakra as well at the back of the neck. Very important. Clear that space as well. Release that pain. Invoking the violet flame it's amazing. It's great. So we have to heal not only our physical body, but this is for astral body as well, which contains our emotions, mental body, etheric body as well. So the violet flame works on all those 4 layers. Body layers, changing the rate of their vibration. Very important mantra invocation is, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Tell it to yourself many times. The magic number 3, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And then you can see the violet flame permeates every cell and atom of your body, into your mind, into your emotions, your subconscious mind, and your memory. Right? And so where there's this discord and negative energy, that's all is being then transformed, transmuted by the violet flame, because we have a stuck energy in our cells. The stuck energy is between the nucleus and the membrane of the cell, right? That's where the electrons are. So the electrons, right, are spinning in a very low vibration. But when we bring the violet flame into our cells, guess what? The electrons start spinning faster and faster and faster. That's how we release the negativity, raise our frequency vibration. Just feel the expansion and feel the energies of Christed light and love and joy and peace and happiness, abundance and prosperity. So, because your physical body, spiritual bodies, they become clogged by the negative energy and karma. And it slows down the vibration of the electrons in those four lower bodies. That's the physical body, astral body, mental body, and spiritual body. So when we release the negativity, then we can connect with that pure cosmic energy that comes from God presence. So, you know, the acupuncture, yoga, right? They're known for restoring restoring ourselves to optimum health, and it comes with spiritual energy that is flowing freely through our bodies, through our physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. The violet fire transmutes anything negative that is lodged anywhere in your spiritual or physical being. Right? That self-hatred can be transformed into love. That physical viruses into strong immune system. You know, it's transformed into that pure love and light. And then you see the truth, because again, only the truth will set you free. So also what happens there is when we invoke the violet flame, it sets up polarity between the nucleus of the atom and the white fire core of the flame. The nucleus being matter, it assumes the negative pole, and the white fire core of the violet flame being spirit assumes the positive pole. The interaction between the nucleus of the atom and the light in the violet flame establishes an oscillation. This oscillation dislodges the densities that are trapped between the electrons orbiting the nucleus. As this hardened substance that weighs down the atom is loosened, it is thrown into the violet flame and carried away. The violet flame surrounds and removes the debris. It transforms it into pure light energy. Freed of this debris, the electrons begin to move more freely, thus raising our vibration and propelling us into a more spiritual state of being. And with that comes also healing, right? There's this inner wisdom in us. The body knows how to heal. So loosening up or removing that debris in our electrons, the body can heal naturally with a strong immune system. And you guys, you know how to boost your immune system now, right? Also with the vitamin C, with zinc. I guys showed you the ASEA product, right? That's the redox, that's the cell signaling supplement. Okay, so perfect for your cells. Activation of your cells, so it signals properly, communicates properly, so the body knows what's going on and can adjust, right? Everything that needs to go will go, so then the healing power of your body can be restored, plus your immune system. Also, I'm taking Shilajit. This is from Russia, but for cleansing, clearing, detox, very important. Taking supplements like that. So I talk about the vitamin C, I talk about the zinc. Some people order zeolite. I just ordered zeolite as well. And organic fruits and vegetables, being in nature. Okay, I connect to the crystalline grit. I work with crystals. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. This is a Ganesh removal of obstacles, right? When we work with self computers and so on, buy some organites, Okay, so you can heal or be protected from those harmful EMFs. Right? So there's another orgonite in the form of a cosmic heart. Connect to Father Sky, cosmic heart of Father Mother God. Okay, how you can heal through music, solfeggio tones, coloring mandalas, chanting, I am a being of violet fire, I am the purity God desires. What else I'll talk about? Yeah, cleansing, your chakra column as well, right? I talk about the violet flame invocation, how you bring that sphere of the violet flame, the ball of violet flame down through your entire body, your chakra column, right? So you can feel then the purification, restoration of your energy centers. Okay. So spoke about the green color for healing, going to nature, looking at the green, the malachite, for healing your heart and solar plexus, regains your power, claim your power back. Right? That's why we need to resurrect also the energies of the true constitution, the Declaration of Independence. Right? We need to exit that false matrix, that anti-life jurisdiction of those draconians with their satanic Luciferian agenda. Education is very important. That's why, I am creating those videos. For me, knowledge is important. Knowledge is power. And feeling that knowingness that is within you, that resonance. Connect to the crystalline heart of Mother Nature. Feel the rhythm of your heart, the rhythm of the cosmic heart, the rhythm of the heart of our mother, Goddess Gaia, Mother Nature. And what else? As far as the energy frequencies, right? The ultraviolet light can be used for healing. Wounds that are treated with ultraviolet light heal faster. It can also relieve intense skin itching, and also is used to disinfect the air, whether in hospitals, right? We talk about the science. It kills the bacteria. Did I say the bacteria in the air? The ultraviolet, there are devices, probably technology, but once you build the momentum and the violet flame, you feel the violet flame within you, around you, that's what will heal you, protect you, right? You will feel expansiveness, that energies of love and power, abundance, freedom. So it is also the flame of mercy as well. Mercy and forgiveness, freedom. And flame of transformation, transmutation. It means everything can be corrected. That's why we are here, to correct everything, to bring everything right side up from that reversal grid. Right? Everything was perverted. Everything was distorted. Just even see people's consciousness or people how they think because of that MK Ultra, from all the trauma and karma. They have huge big pain body. We all been programmed. We all been here in this matrix, this of slavery. Right? This is a prison planet. We all been somehow damaged, affected by it. So there's nothing wrong to admit it. That's why we need to come together in unity and get things going. Start doing the work. To create communities in unities, to make this world a better place, to bring peace to this planet, to the solar system, to the quadrant of the universe. And so when the violet flame passes through our bodies, it causes change. By removing calcified emotional debris and other substance, it may allow our bodies to reconnect with their natural healing mechanism. Very important to improve your diet too, right? Talk about the superfood, the diet. This book is amazing, from Magenta Pixie, Lessons from a Living Lemuria, Balancing Karma Through Nutrition for Ascension. Okay, excellent book. For Starseeds, Lightworkers, this time I'm creating communities, guys. I'm putting lots of material. Or it's just to being acquainted by it, familiar with it, and let's do something, start practicing it. So we're walking the walk. We're helping others, so that's how we're helping others. Building the momentum. The quantum structure is here. Yeah, quantum manifestation, Marina Jacobi, her teachings are amazing as well. It's all based on quantum science. And of course, the money structure, right? We need to release ourselves from that money magic, that sex magic, that it's a black magic. It's like a goo. It's like a curse put on that money. And some people just cannot let God, with their predator mind, full of gluttony and greed and fear, right? Envy and jealousy, laziness, procrastination. So just taking a deep breath. We had a rain, now the sun is shining. It's all good. And very important, giving the violet flame each and every day to build the momentum. So what else do we have here? So the systematic use of the violet flame, it paves the way for miraculous healing. Somebody was saying here, telling their stories. It helps access a vibrational state in which our body can heal itself. So there's another scientist actually saying, she's a molecular biologist. She's saying that the mind is located throughout the body and brain, not just above the neck. She sees the emotions as the connection between the mind and the body. Scientists have demonstrated that the immune system has an intelligence of its own. And also there is the Andrew Weil, a Harvard-trained doctor who studies the mind-body connection. Says that he believes that if spontaneous healing can happen to one person, it can happen to all. All the circuitry and machinery is there. He's saying the challenge is to discover how to turn on the right switches to activate the process, he says. If we can figure out how to influence this mind, we can turn on our body's natural healing mechanism. And so very important, invoking the violet flame, building the momentum. That's how we can reconnect with our higher self, with our true divine essence. Because the violet flame restores the natural resonance between the higher self and the physical body. So important to transmute that lower mind, that ego mind, that 3D mind. Right? It doesn't take us anywhere. So we have a time, we still have a little bit of time. So let's do 108 times with me, the violet flame. Of course, very important to bring that intention, surround yourself with positive, beautiful things. I have an altar here. Also asking the Archangel Michael, Solar Christ, Archangel Michael for protection, bring that golden dome of protection around me and for you guys as well. So I have that sacred space, right, protecting it, and intention is just only the good vibes that can enter this space. We have to protect ourselves. Do you know why? Because once we start bringing more that light of ourselves online, we are being more and more, or we can be attacked more and more by the dark ones. I mean, those we galactics, we're here, the transformational work, we know that, right? We've been attacked, we've been persecuted our entire lives, because we're dangerous beings of light. We just shine so much light the darkness cannot handle it. So they do attack us to lower our frequency vibration, right? All this damage, torture, that's all they can concentrate on. They don't know any other. They are totally disconnected from God, from source. So and then just focusing on our breath, being in our heart center, very important. And very important also to connect to your higher self. And just feel that flow of energy from your higher self into your heart. From your heart into the crystal core of Mother Nature. And you surround yourself with this protective healing aura or power of Mother Earth and your higher self, your Christ itself, your soul, your divine essence. And here we go. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of wildfire. I am the purity God desires. Just take a deep breath. Just feel the love and light of these healing energies of violet flame. Thank you, Saint Germain. Sacred violet flame of freedom, of transformation, transmutation, of mercy, of prosperity, of love and joy. Enjoy. Have a beautiful day. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.